Hey guys, Doug Fuck here, and welcome to Sky Sports Fantasy Football League Game Week number 1 recap video. What our start has been to the Sky Sports Fantasy Football League as well as the Premier League in general. Some very interesting games. And in this video, we're going to have a quick look at how my team did, the transfers which I've made, and also how a few other people did in the league. But first of all, if you guys aren't already in this league, you can go and join. The link, the pin code for the league will be in the description. Also, the prize will be changing from a copy of FIFA 19 to a £50 PSN or Xbox code. The reason for it is because it's literally just less hassle for me, to be quite honest, and it's still a very good giveaway, pretty much the equivalent to what the pre-order price of the standard edition would be for FIFA 19. So still a really awesome prize which can be won at the end of the season, which will be the start of May, I believe. But anyway, let's have a quick look at how my team did. So yes, Kasper Schmeichel getting me a point there. I am going to continue even though with that home game coming up against Brighton, because I do think Leicester will actually be able to give a clean sheet in that game. Ryan Bertrand got me 12 points, which was pretty good, so I was very happy with that. I did go and sign Kyle Walker-Roberts. He played very well against Newcastle, that's why I've gone with him. And then also some guy that plays for Brighton. I've got him because I wanted to have more players in my attack, so I just literally got him because he was a cheap defender. Also, interestingly, I wasn't able to get any points with Chris Smalling because he didn't play at all. For some reason, I think it's Jones and Blind, who are nowhere near as good as Smalling. They were starting in the defence, which was quite interesting, so I wasn't able to earn any points there. I've gone and signed Mane in replace for Matic. Matic played so well, but CDM players just sometimes don't get the recognition they deserve, so I've gone with Mane, much more of an attacking player, and at home to Crystal Palace, I think he'll do well. I'm going to continue off with De Bruyne. I think he'll do well against Everton. Xhaka got 2 assists against Leicester. He also got man of the match against Chelsea in the Community Shield, so I think he's going to continue to do well against Stoke. Going with Trent Alexander-Arnold as another signing in replace of, I can't remember who he's replacing, but he played actually pretty well despite conceding 3 goals against Watford. He actually was our best defender and actually looked pretty good for us, so that's why I've gone with him. Then I've gone and got Lukaku as the captain as well, so hopefully he'll do well. 2 goals against West Ham. He's got the confidence, and I think he'll continue that against Swansea, who are, to be honest, going to be a relegation battling team this season. I'm also continuing Gabriel Jesus. I think he's better than Aguero, and I think he'll do well against Everton. I mean, he's still got a pretty good goal scoring record so far. He's got some very important goals for City, and I think he'll definitely start to make his move in the Premier League for this season. He was actually very unlucky not to score against Brighton as well. He had a really good chance, which was very well saved by the Brighton goalkeeper. And then the final player that I've continued to go with is Roberto Firmino. He got a goal against Watford as well as an assist, and I think he'll continue to do well against Crystal Palace. Yes, the players that I transferred out, I believe, then were Smalling, Luiz, Ogbonna, Solanke and Matic. I'm replacing them with the guy from Brighton, Kyle Walker-Roberts, Mane, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Lukaku. Let's have a quick look at how everyone else did. So I got 52 points, which actually overall is pretty good. Everyone in the league who played did very well. One person in particular did so well. We're going to have a look at him now. Top Dog, I believe his name is. Yeah, so Top Dog, 125 points. Certainly not guaranteed to win, but it's a very good start for him. Forster doing well there, Yoshida. The guy that's in the Man United chair is actually a Palace player. The Watford player didn't even play at all. Salah, Lacazette and Lukaku and Eriksen, as well as Xhaka, doing very well for him in that weekend. So he's definitely off to a very good start so far, but there's certainly no guarantee that he's going to win. Who else did I want to have a look at? Bruce Shatif, actually. The reason why I want to have a look at him is because he was the only person not to pick a Arsenal or Leicester player for the Friday game. He went with Heaton, which, when I first looked at it, I was thinking that's such an interesting decision, but it nearly paid out so well for him, because obviously at one point Burnley were 3-0 up, and obviously they did go on to concede 2 goals. If Burnley would have got the clean sheet, he would have been well up there, because the points that Heaton would have got would have been ridiculous for the clean sheet. Marcos Alonso, -1 point. He'll definitely come good again soon. Bailly doing pretty well. Ali obviously getting a goal against Newcastle. Lukaku being big for him. Chan as well getting an assist in the Watford game, and Vertonghen being able to keep a clean sheet. He did very well as well. But I'm not going to have a look at any more of the teams in this first weekend. They were kind of the 2 teams that I wanted to just look out for this first weekend. But so currently 6th, but there is plenty more time. There's obviously one person as well did join after the weekend it's kind of gone, so he'll obviously start making points up from this weekend coming, and obviously anyone can join as well just by making a team and then putting in that pin code for your chance to win a big prize at the end of May. But anyway guys, that's going to finish off this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching. We'll be back next Monday with game week number 2 and the recap of that. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.